That big ass head. My parents took me to Disney World when I was a little kid. We had this apparently sketched by some sort of artist. Accurate depiction of my big giant head. Well, I guess there's some brains in that thing. Although I don't always use them to the best of my ability. I try. And life's kind of hard out here sometimes, man. I've been out of jail, I should say prison, after doing 20 years for almost 3 years, and no horrible major run-ins. I mean, in my book, major with the law. Yeah, we've had a couple bumps and bruises along the way, but you live and learn, right? All right, so I have a 2004 Hyundai Sonata with the V6, and I think I paid $600 for this car about 30,000 miles ago. I love this car. Got the fresh inspection. What? They ain't lick'em stick'ems either. They're legit. So I had a problem with my rack and pinion steering. I'm sorry, power steering. In the rack, to the extent that the seals inside were leaking. Now, if you take a look down in there, which I don't really think you can so well from this angle, you have a boot. Can we see that son of a bitch? Let me see if I can turn a light on for you guys. No, we don't want that. We want light. All right, we'll try to continue on. But inside here, you can see hopefully you can see, I can't see it, so I guess you can, there it is, that boot. That boot connects the steering shaft, shall we call it? What the hell is that thing? In any event, there's that's what's connected there, and there's a seal over there, and that thing popped, and all of my power steering fluid was leaking out. And then there was one over here as well. Now this one, I put initially a new boot on there. Pain in the ass to get off if you don't know what the hell you're doing. I didn't. I figured it out eventually. But in the inside, you can see that white zip tie on there. Initially, I used a hose clamp, and I tightened it on there real good. Now that thing compresses when you turn the wheel, and when you turn the wheel, well, it compressed and it cut into the hose clamp, even though I filed down the edges. So I just put the zip ties on there again. Now you probably see that crazy orange hose, and you're wondering what the hell is that? Well, look, inside of my my rack is there's some seals, and they're broken. This car sat for 4 years prior to me buying it, and I guess those things had dried out. And well, they're now purging my power steering fluid. I mean, you put a bottle in this thing and it would nearly run out in about 5 minutes. What happened is the seals popped, and then once the seals popped, the overflow would run into these boots, that accordion like boot you see down there. And well, I lose all my fluid. So that's a low pressure return, I was told, and I found out. And so I started doing some thinking, and I said, well, if it's a low pressure return, I'll poke a hole in the damn thing and run some aquarium hose back up to the reservoir, because it's only low pressure. And lo and behold, it worked, and it worked nearly perfectly. This thing doesn't leak any fluid or nothing. I drilled a hole into the boot with a rather small drill bit, and then forced the aquarium hose into there. The leakage that I did have, believe it or not, came from the factory ends where the zip ties go. You need something a little stronger than zip ties, and there just is nothing for it, really, unless you want to rip the boot, which I did before. So, we'll start my old baby up. Look at that, no check engines. Yeah, I got a slight exhaust leak, but I'll compress this thing though so you can see. Okay, yeah, there we go. Right now it's all the way extended. Ah, it is compressed. The boot's compressed, you see? So this is rather tricky. Now, we're gonna, I guess, decompress it. Stretch her out, cut the wheel to the right, and let's see, better picture here. There he is. Now I put that. Oh shit, I ain't seen that. Oh no, that's right. That's right. I put that heavier gauge hose around the aquarium hose so it wouldn't, you know, get cuts and rips. And it's just kind of wedged in there, and then it runs up. And I just ride it up and around. And about. There he goes. And that's that. Right back to the reservoir. I never seen anybody do this damn thing. And you can get this stuff anywhere for just a couple of bucks. I know I told you it don't leak, but I don't know, I'm a Boy Scout, or I was. No, I was a Cub Scout. Maybe it leaks a little bit periodically still. I don't think it does actually. Hey look, it's full. And when you cut the wheel left to right, you can see that this discoloration. There's my next dribble of fluid coming back on through. So all it does is recycles. I don't need new seals, and I'm not putting no damn 500 bucks or some shit into this thing. As stated, I paid $600 for the car about 25,000 miles ago, and that's it. Hyundai Sonata. Good car, man. Beat the shit out of this thing, and it just loves it. Hope to treat it a little bit better sometime soon. And that's that. Now go fix your Hyundai. $6 for the damn boots. I forget exactly what the hell they're called. You'll figure it out though. I'll figure it out when I upload this thing and put a proper title on it. So when you Google it, you'll find it and it'll help you. I hope it was a help.